Before the United States Constitution, before the strong central government we know today, there were the Articles of Confederation, America's very first constitution. To understand why the Articles were created, we need to go back to the late 1700s. During the American Revolution, the 13 colonies had just declared their independence from Britain in 1776. But winning freedom was only the first challenge. They needed to figure out how to govern themselves. They needed to create a constitution, a document that would provide the rules on how the new government would be organized and operate. When creating this document, there was considerable debate about the type of government the United States should have. Many feared a strong central authority, recalling the oppressive control of the British monarchy. As a result, they preferred a weak national government that would leave most power in the hands of the individual states. However, larger states sought more influence in the new government and pushed for a stronger centralized government. After significant and heated debate, the end result was a government structured as a loose alliance between the 13 states, with each state retaining most of its sovereignty and power. The national government was intentionally weak and lacked authority. There was no president, no national court system, and only one governing body, Congress. What was clear about the Articles of Confederation was that it reflected the strong desire to preserve state rule and power, and to prevent the emergence of centralized power or a monarchy that had sparked the revolution in the first place. In this new government, centralized power was with Congress, which was often divided on issues. Each of the 13 states had only one vote in Congress, no matter its size or population. Congress had little power. Its main powers were that it could conduct foreign policy, declare war, and manage relations with Native American tribes. But crucially, it lacked the power to tax, regulate trade, or enforce its decisions. Also, any significant changes to the Articles required unanimous approval from all 13 states, making it difficult to pass new laws or amend the government structure. The new government structure, designed to prevent centralized tyranny, soon proved ineffective in managing the economic and political challenges of a new nation. There was a host of problems with the Articles. First, there was no national currency. With no national currency, each state issued its own, resulting in 13 different currencies. These varied in value, causing confusion and hindering interstate trade, as states often refused each other's money. Secondly, there was a lack of power to tax. The federal government couldn't impose taxes, relying instead on inconsistent state contributions. This left it unable to pay war debts, maintain a military, or fund operations. Thirdly, the government was unable to regulate trade. Without authority to regulate interstate or foreign trade, states implemented conflicting policies and tariffs, leading to economic instability and trade disputes. Fourthly, there was no executive branch or national court system. The absence of a president or judiciary made enforcing laws and resolving state disputes nearly impossible, resulting in inaction and legal conflicts. Fifthly, there was the problem of a weak national defense. Defense was left to individual states, with no standing national army. Congress could request troops but couldn't enforce compliance, leaving the nation vulnerable. Lastly, the Articles created financial instability. The inability to levy taxes or regulate trade led to financial instability, with the government unable to pay debts or stabilize the economy, contributing to inflation and confusion. One of the most glaring signs of the failure of the Articles of Confederation came with Shays Rebellion in 1786. A group of farmers in Massachusetts, facing crushing debt and high taxes, took up arms against the state government. The national government under the Articles was powerless to intervene, revealing just how ineffective it had become. By 1787, it was clear that the Articles of Confederation were not working. Leaders from across the states convened in Philadelphia for what became known as the Constitutional Convention. Their goal? To draft a new constitution. A constitution that would create a stronger, more effective national government while still protecting the rights of the states. The result was the United States Constitution, as we know it today.